inspiring decisions.
All right, let's go to weather.
Yeah, and for the most part, we're dealing with hot weather, dry weather, not much going on. So if you're looking for help and fire danger, you're not necessarily going to see it. We got a little bit in the east today. We'll talk about that. We got this picture in, though, from a viewer.
Oh, my.
Now, is it real? Boy, back at first I thought, wow, maybe, and then...
You know what that is? That's a chupacabra's eye.
You know what? The question, what's the animal? We don't know, but
Chupacabra.
It's a very possible. And see, that's probably why we couldn't figure it out, and we figured it was photoshopped, because we gave it the wrong identification. I thought it could have been some sort of horse, and Dick is right on. Chupacabra. Yeah, there we go. Down to the south, 60s and 70s for us. 78 Albuquerque, 65 Santa Fe, 50 Las Vegas, and in Raton. Looking at what's going on as far as showers go, not much going on out there right now. We're not going to see much over the next few days. Going to be pretty quiet stuff for us. We had huge temperature differences across the state for today. Western two-thirds of New Mexico, pretty warm out there. The eastern third of the state, not warm at all. What happened was we had no cloud cover out to the west. We warmed up the earth very quickly. Well, the thick cloud cover at the surface didn't allow any of the sun's rays to make it to the earth and warm things up, so we ended up very, very cool across the east today. That will not necessarily be the case for tomorrow. We will see another warm up, and essentially what's going to happen for us is the warm air out to the west is just going to blow on in here and knock any of that moisture out to the east here, so we will dry out the atmosphere over the next couple of days with most of the moisture going into Texas, and that means more fire danger. Northeastern New Mexico for tomorrow, and east central sections ending up with that high fire danger, meaning gusty winds, low humidity, and warm temperatures back into the 90s across the east. Albuquerque, we're going to be close to the 90s for tomorrow, and that will probably be our warmest day of the week, and then things will continue to get better for us. 89 for tomorrow versus an average high of 78, but you can see we get closer to average as we push toward Thursday, and we're going to get another cold front in here. So overall, we're going to start to cool things down at least a little bit, but as you can tell, all the way through most of this week, we stay above average by at least 5 degrees temperature-wise, so not a lot of help for high fire danger, which continues across most of the state. No major storms on the horizon. 70s and 80s across the northwest for tomorrow. Northeast looks good here, too. 70s in the mountains, 90s. Santa Rosa and Tucumcari didn't get out of the 60s today. Back toward the south and west, 80s and 90s, and over to the southeast. Places like Clovis and Portales didn't get out of the 50s today. Tomorrow, they're going to be in the 90s. Carlsbad 100, 98 in Artesia. East Mountains temperatures for the most part in the low 80s, mid 80s, Estancia and Moriarty. And then here in the Albuquerque area, we will top out tomorrow close to 90 degrees. Maybe not quite there, but areas like Los Lunas and Belen should hit 90. And there's your Santa Fe 7-day outlook. Looks pretty good, pretty quiet. Could use some rain at some point. Not going to happen, at least any sort of significant way. We had hopes in Albuquerque of maybe seeing a storm come through over the weekend. Now we're down to partly cloudy coming through over the weekend. Not
Things
so good.
change.
They do change, usually not for the better. Suddenly storms don't tend to pop up and I go, we got a huge one, but you never know.
Thanks, Mark.
And we'll be right back with sports.